All right, guys, the new Laguna REVO 2436 came today. Time to unbox this puppy and get it running. All right, so we got it open. Everything's looking pretty good. It's well packaged. We got a big piece of styrofoam that kind of form fits, holds all the little accessories plus one of the legs. So I just got to get these all out of here, clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up. I'm sure there's some Cosmoline or that rust inhibitor stuff on some of the parts at least. Got my shop towels ready. So we'll get these guys out of here and then we'll have access to the bed, the headstock, tailstock, and all the rest of the parts. All right, so up to this point, I've been able to manage by myself, but the legs were extremely heavy and I really recommend that you get help pulling those things out. Now we're to the point where we're talking serious heavy stuff and it's really hard to get a grip on. So what I plan to do is I built this little cradle thing. It's a furniture dolly that I built up wood on. And what I'm gonna do is just slide the headstock off so that I can move forward. Now, the problem is gonna be getting this headstock up on the lathe, but I'll deal with that when I come to it. For now, I just wanna get this off so that I can get the bed up and the legs over where the lathe needs to go. All right, so that was pretty simple. We got it on the cradle. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to just get it off the bed and onto this cradle is so that I could test how heavy it was without having to get it back and lined up in between the ways. This I can just kind of pick up and put down, and I've tested it and I think that I could get it all the way up onto a table by myself. Now, I again don't recommend that. Get a friend or something like that, maybe even use an engine hoist just to pick this up. However, in my case, it's gonna work fine. Now, a couple of notes about doing this. The handle, the locking handle on the headstock, when it's pointing straight down, that's when the headstock is free to move, which makes it hard. You gotta cut away that styrofoam first, and I even had to cut a little notch out on my 2x6. So that's gonna be kind of a little bit problematic, but once you get it past that, you can kind of lift it and move it. Well, all right, we got all the big heavy stuff out of the box and it is in my shop area. Now I'm gonna be setting the lathe up right here. The next step is gonna be to clean up all the parts, get all that sticky rust inhibitor stuff off of there. You definitely wanna do that before you assemble the thing because you're not gonna wanna take it apart and do that. Now, assembly is pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna put the bed up on this table, attach one set of legs, attach the other, and then move it in place. Now the hardest thing is gonna be me picking up this headstock alone and getting it on the bed. Now I'm going to stop and say I highly recommend that you get help. I'm going to barrel through because I don't have help readily available right now and I don't really want to wait. So hopefully everything will go good. I'm going to try and make sure that I'm lifting with my legs and doing all that stuff, but I highly recommend get help. All right, so I guess let's get this thing cleaned up and put together. All right, we got everything set up. Now it's just a matter of turning it on. Let's fire it up. All right, guys, we got it all put together. We got some projects under our belt, and I gotta say, I am thoroughly impressed with this lathe. It is just a joy to turn on. And I'm really excited about what I can do now. The reason that I wanted to upgrade to a full-size lathe was so that I could do larger projects, things that I literally can't do on the Comet, or, you know, there's some things that really it's just gonna be difficult to do on a smaller lathe like that. So, you know, bigger hollow forms. I got some really cool ideas for projects, some Dunkin' Junk type projects, you know, casting things in resin and making larger vessels and things like that. And I'm going to be able to do that with this, you know, larger bowls. One project I've wanted to do for a long time is just a wooden bat, a baseball bat that I can hit balls with, you know. So I'm really excited about, you know, what I'm going to be able to do now that I have a full-size lathe. And this one I think is going to do the job nicely. Now, coming down the road, I plan to do kind of more of a review video. You know, I've only turned a couple things at this point on this. And like I said, as of right now, thoroughly impressed with it. But, you know, I want to give it a couple months, let that shininess, the newness kind of wear off a little bit. And that way I can kind of give a little bit more of an even keel review. You know, these were my expectations going into it. I've, you know, done all these projects, and this is how it has, you know, met those expectations. Also kind of go through the features and all that stuff, but I want a little bit more experience before I do that type of a video. So be looking for that down the road. And like I said, lots of cool projects that I have, you know, planned for this thing. So be looking down the road for some bigger stuff that'll hopefully be fun for, you know, you guys as well as fun for me. Well, I think that'll about wrap up this unboxing video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the process of it coming together. If you're looking to get into a full-size lathe, I highly recommend checking out the Lagunas. Both of them are pretty good machines and pretty reasonably priced. So give them a look. Now, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button if you're interested in resin casting and turning blank making, that kind of thing. I'm all about exploring the world of resin casting and helping you get started. So hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get notified when new videos get posted. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.